Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our regular Waipahu Neighborhood Board meeting for the month of November. Before we begin, I'd like to go over some rules of speaking. Anyone wishing to speak is asked to raise their hand, as well as on the web X. And when recognized by the chair, address comments to the chair. Speakers are also encouraged to keep their comments under 3 minutes, and those giving reports are urged to keep their reports under 3 minutes. Please silence all electronic devices at this time. As customary, here at our Waipahu Neighborhood Board, we'd like to start off with the introduction of our board members, starting to my right.
Good evening, Maureen Andrade.
Good evening, Richard Oshiro.
Aloha and good evening, Nathan Chang.
Aloha, good evening, Jayton Chang.
Good evening, Daryl Macha.
Good evening, Terry Tumbaga.
Good evening, Debbie Siegel.
Good evening, Kevin Wilson. Good evening, one and all, Nainoa Momotar.
Good evening, John Pagan. Thank you for your attendance tonight.
Good evening, David Beers. Good evening, Tom Plong.
Aloha, Danny DeGracia.
All right, thank you. Also, members of the audience, if you could please sign in so you can be included in our meeting minutes for your attendance. We have the first responder reports. I know Honolulu Fire Department was just here, but they had to leave on a call. They did provide a report, and I'll leave the report for them to hopefully present to us. But if not, I guess I'll try and notify of the fire safety tip. Looks like they have a cooking safety tip. Food has a unique way of bringing family and friends together, especially during the holidays, and cooking can be a relaxing activity. However, it is important to be aware that cooking fires are the leading cause of home fires and home injuries. By following a few safety tips, you can prevent these dangerous situations. Tip number 1, stay alert while cooking. If you are sleepy or have consumed alcohol, avoid using the stove or stovetop. Number 2, always stay in the kitchen while cooking. Never leave the stove and heated appliances unattended. Number 3, use a timer to remind yourself to check on your food regularly. Number 4, keep combustible items like oven mitts, wood utensils, food packaging, and towels away from your stovetop. And then finally, keep children and pets at least 3 feet away from cooking areas. Thank you, Honolulu Fire Department, for those safety tips, especially for us going into the holiday season. I do not see Honolulu Police Department, and if they do arrive, maybe we can have them provide their report as well. Do we have anyone from the U.S. Army 599th Transportation Brigade? Okay. Next item on our agenda board is the approval of our minutes from our Thursday, October 23rd meeting. The minutes have been circulated. Hope you had a chance to review. Are there any corrections to the minutes? There was a correction that was highlighted, misspelling of a name of an attendee. Any other? Go ahead, Board Member Plong.
On the last meeting, it indicated that I'm from Royal Kunia. That's a mistake. I'm from Celebrations.
Noted.
Thank
So you know what page is that, Board Member? Where it reflects that? Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Any other corrections, board members? Any other corrections? Hearing
No, thank you.
none, do I have a motion to adopt the meeting minutes as corrected? It's been moved. Any second? It's been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? Any further discussion? All in favor, please say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. The minutes have been adopted pending the corrections. Thank you, board. Moving on, we have our resident and community concerns. I'll start off with members of the board. Do we have any resident or community concerns at this time, board members? Any resident or community concerns? All right, hearing none. Audience, members of the audience, participants, do we have any resident or community concerns? Hearing none, we're going to move along, I guess. Oh, sorry, we have someone on WebEx. Sierra, you can unmute. Please state your name and also let us know your concern.
Aloha, everyone, members of the community and members of the board. My name is Sierra Martin. I am here to represent Kealoha West Oahu Homeless Outreach. We are a nonprofit agency based in Kapolei, and we do service the Waipahu area every Wednesday. I just wanted to give a short report of what we have accomplished for the month of October. So we have encountered 43 unsheltered individuals in Waipahu, 11 of which were service resistant. We also received 10 community concern reports. We also added 23 households, which contain 28 people total that newly joined our program. And in addition to that, we have 5 households that were referred to a housing program and currently awaiting placement. So far, there are no announcements right now other than we are hiring for the outreach position. So if anyone is interested, please send your resumes. You can get the information of where to send it to by calling or texting 808-728-5034. And that is all that I have tonight.
Thank you, Sierra. Board members, do you have any questions for Sierra? Any questions? Hearing none. Thank you so much. Last call. Do we have any resident or community concerns? Hearing none. Everybody wants to go home, huh? Let's see. Moving on to our presentations, I would like to call up Florley. We have the 2026 Flores de Mayo and Filipino Fiesta.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm Lay Lopez. I am the 2026 Vice Chair of the Flores de Mayo and Filipino Fiesta this coming 2026. I'm representing the Filipino JCs of Honolulu as well as the Filipino Community Center. I'm here today to let you guys all know that we are having the Filipino Fiesta again next year on May 2nd, 2026 from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Here at the Filipino Community Center. And we're anticipating about 7,000 people to attend the event. It was a successful event this past year, and we want to continue to support the community in that capacity. I'm here today to request a letter of support from the neighborhood board for the road closure again between the Moku'ula Street. As you can see on the map, it's going to be between the A and the B, where the Philcom Center's parking lot. And so you can see it's going to be the same as the previous years as far as the road closures. And then I have my contact information if you guys have any questions. But we would like to request a letter of support so we can get the permit to do the road closures.
All right, thank you. Board members, do I have any questions for Florley in regards to the event that's going to happen on May 2026, May 2nd, 2026.
Yes.
Any questions? Board Member DeGracia, go ahead.
Actually, Chair, just a point of order. Do we have to vote on a resolution for that, or is this just?
No resolution. Thank you. Board members, any questions? I guess. Oh, well, I guess the vote would be if there. Do we have anyone wanting to make a motion to provide a letter of support from the Waipahu Neighborhood Board for this event? Board Member DeGracia?
I would like to make that motion, Chair.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? Anyone have any questions for Florlea, since we have them here? Any questions? Go ahead, board member.
All the businesses are here, around here, are going to be notified, right?
Yes, actually, we also notified the community neighbors already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the last time the vet wasn't sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, what happened? Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I'll make sure that we notify them.
Any further discussion? Okay, hearing none. I'm going to call for the vote. And again, to reiterate, the motion is to vote in support of, vote to support a letter to support the Filipino Fiesta happening May 2nd, 2026. Okay. All in favor, please say aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Thank you for your presentation, and our secretary will draft a letter of support.
Okay, great. Thank you, guys.
The secretary will draft a letter if you send me all of the
Correct.
details of what you're asking for, who do you want the letter to go to? Because if not, I don't have that information. If you
Yes.
can send that, the dates and what you need, then that will be very helpful.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
And
Thank you.
get my email address.
Okay, noted.
All right. Looking forward to that event. Let's see. Next presentation, I have AT&T proposed telecommunications facility at 94990 Pakela Street. Ashley May, Centerline Communications. I believe she's
Yes.
on WebEx.
Yes, I am. Good evening, members of the board and members of the community. I have a PowerPoint presentation that I would like to share. Let me pull it up really quick. Can you guys all hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you okay.
Okay, perfect. All right, so my name is Ashley May with Centerline Communications. We work on behalf of AT&T Mobility, and I am here presenting their proposed telecommunications project located at 94-990 Pakela Street in Waipahu. That's up on the ridge. There we go. So the subject parcel is this one up here. It's Waikele Business Center. So if you go up past the golf course, and on this side is the storage units, that are down in the gulch. So, excuse me. At this site, they are proposing to build a new 625 square foot compound, and that includes a 100-foot tower with associated antennas. And this is to support the two existing AT&T sites that are down near Westgate Center and right in the industrial area by Aloha Kia Leeward. So here is their proposed area. There's some existing buildings right around here, and they're proposing to go behind that area. Here's the main street that you come in off of and the gate. And then you can go up north towards the storage center. And then this is the proposed elevation of the tower. Since it's a capacity site, it's to help offload the two existing sites and also improve the existing coverage between Waikele and the H1 freeway areas.
Ashley, are you done?
Yep. Oh,
Oh,
yes.
okay. Board members, have any questions for Ashley in regards to her presentation? Board members? Oh, go ahead, Board Member Plong.
Would it be possible for you to email the board the proposed plans? Because it's really hard to see from here, but and then that way we can share it with our neighbors as well and get their feedback. Thank you.
Thank you,
Yeah, of
Board
course.
Member. It is available on the board, the drive, I believe. So you can take a look at the presentation. Any
And
further
we,
questions or discussion?
just one more point. We will be sending out notice letters to all the adjoining properties as well. So they will be getting letters in the mail once we're closer towards actually constructing it.
Got it. Just for quick, can you just show us the site by the freeway you said? Yes.
Yeah, so the H1 is down here. And then basically it goes up into this. So like if you're going towards all of these, White Kelly Storage Center,
Okay.
you have to get through it this way. And the entrance to the storage is all down in here.
So it's in the
This used
back.
to be, yeah, so there's White Kelly Business Center here. There's a couple industrial buildings, and I know there's some former military bunkers on this site. This parcel was previously zoned F1 military lands, and now it's privately owned.
Got it. It's down in the gulch. Thank you.
No, it's up on the ridge. The gulch is right down here. So this is where the land drops off, where all the storage is, and it's just sitting up here on the ridge.
All right. Any other questions or comments for our presenter, board members? Hearing none, thank you so much. And again, the presentation is available on our board drive if you wanted to take a look at the presentation. Thank you. That was the last of our presentations. I'm going to move on to our elected officials. First on our list is Mayor Rick Blangiardi's representative. Dan?
Hey, thank you. Good evening, everybody. So I'll share some highlights from this month's mayor's newsletter. So Skyline Segment 2 opens for service. It added 5 miles and 4 new stations, including Pearl Harbor and the Daniel K. Inouye International Airport. The city's early education center relocates as a multi-year repairs begins at the municipal parking lot or the parking structure. And new sewer rates go into effect January 1st, 2026 for Oahu residents. So these updates could all be seen in the mayor's newsletter, which could be found at honolulu.gov/mayor/newsletter. The Royal Hawaiian Band will be holding a free concert at the Blaisdell Kaliki Maka Ho'omau. So it's going to be Friday, November 28th. At the Neil Blaisdell Concert Hall, 7 p.m. It's a non-ticketed event and it's free and open to the public. The doors at the Blaisdell Concert Hall will open at 6 p.m. and seating is going to be on a first come, first served basis. So the concert will feature a lineup of acclaimed Hawaii artists, Henry Kapono, Raiatea Helm, and Kamehameha School's Children Chorus, and other special guests, the Ohana Jazz Trio, Humu Hinile Moana Wankalu, Kalai Stern, Karen Kayave Hawaii, Mali'i Ka'ai, Star Kalaki'i, and Kanane Oliveria. The city will also illuminate Thomas Square Park for concert goers to enjoy before and after the performance. The Honolulu City Lights begins the following evening on November 29th with the traditional tree lighting ceremony at Honolulu Hale, followed by Public Workers Electric Light Parade down King Street. We also have a new system for electronic press releases. The City and County of Honolulu has updated our press release distribution to make it easier for Oahu residents and members of the public to sign up and receive these important updates. So as of November 5th, 2025, subscribers will start receiving press releases in their inbox through the new system. And to sign up for this, to receive these new press releases, visit honolulu.gov/mayor/newsletter-sign up. Okay, moving on to some issues that were brought up last meeting. So there was a concern about drainage infrastructure and illegal fluid dumping. So Member Andrade raised concerns about cracked drainage structures and reports of individuals dumping oil on engine parts. So our Department of Facility Maintenance, road crews inspected the drainage structures in the area and identified a damaged storm drain deck at 94777 Paiao Street. Repairs were completed on October 28th of 25. And if other locations need repairs, please provide the location with a specific address or street names or an intersection. So the road crews picked up illegally dumped car parts and debris that they found at Kunia Park and Ride on Kupunu Loop on October 30th. So investigation of storm drain facilities by the city staff revealed no findings of illegal dumping or automotive fluids into the storm drain system. The next issue, Route 433 Sunday service to Waipahu Gentry. So resident Saguara requested additional Sunday service on Route 433. Currently, it's 6-day service, 8:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Through Waipahu Gentry to improve access to Skyline on the weekends. So DTS is aware of the community's desire to utilize Route 433 on Sundays. As such, DTS has been evaluating how to modify Route 433 on Sundays to serve Waipahu community while staying within budget and manpower constraints. The Skyline UH bus frequency, Member Oshiro noted reports of hourly headways on the Skyline University of Hawaii bus routes. The question was asked about the frequency of the U-Line Express. So the U-Line operates every 60 minutes. However, U-Line provides 2 additional eastbound trips in the morning at 5:10 a.m. and 6:50 a.m. and 2 additional westbound trips in the afternoon at 2:50 p.m. and 4:50 p.m. So the timetables for all these bus routes, including the U-Line, can be found at thebus.org. There was a concern about speeding. So resident Salas brought up that vehicles traveling towards Waipahu Street on Hanavai Street consistently exceed the speed limit. So 4 vehicles were completely destroyed in speed-related collisions near 94-342 Honovai Street. Resident Sales has requested that installation of speed bumps or speed tables to address the safety concerns. So DTS will conduct an investigation, which will include traffic surveys, a review of the area traffic collision history, and a site inspection. And then Department of Transportation Services will inform the board of their findings upon completion of their study. So resident Akiyama reported that a neighboring property has become significantly damaged, and it's a safety and health hazard following 2 fires in August and September of 25. So the vacant house, 94-106 Hula Street, has been unoccupied for many years. It was destroyed by fires, also caused damage to Akiyama's residence. Since then, the abandoned lot has been used as an illegal dumping site by residents. There's serious concerns about a burnt mango and breadfruit trees on the property that charred branches overhanging her home, threatened to break and fall and pose danger. So the deteriorating sites the deteriorating conditions of the site present ongoing safety and health risks surrounding the community. So DPP did a site inspection on 9/19 and revealed house on the property has been damaged by fire. So a letter requesting the owner secure the property and obtain necessary permits to repair or demolish the house was delivered on October 28th. The owner has 120 days to correct the situation. The debris on the property is from the damaged house. Trees growing on from one private property into a neighboring private property is a civil matter between the property owners. So there was a noise complaint about dogs barking. So resident Akiyama reports continuous dog barking occurred throughout the day and night from a neighboring property. And she's wondering what concerns or what alternative solutions may be available. So on November 7th and 8th, during evening hours, District 3 officers conducted checks for barking dogs and did not observe any in the area. The address 94-106 Hula Street is a house that was burned down, and next to it is Kingdom Hall Jehovah's Witnesses. The officers attempted to locate Ms. Akiyama's residence, but were unable to find it. So if Ms. Akiyama can see me and provide her her address, we can discuss further how we can move forward. So that's all the updates I have, so we can open it up for questions.
Thank you. Board members, do you have any questions for Mayor's representative? Let me start with board members on to my left. Go ahead, board member.
The Christmas decorations, which is now going to be at Thomas Square due to the Fosse Municipal Building undergoing some repairs, would it be any security over there for at Thomas Square where the decorations are going to be?
Are you talking like 24-hour security or security during the parade?
That during the holiday season where the decorations going to be temporarily for this year.
I do not know offhand, but we can look into that and get back to you.
Okay.
Thank you. Board member DeGracia.
Thank you so much, Chair. I do have a concern that I'd like to relay to the mayor. So as it turns out, tomorrow is my 46th birthday. So it resulted in two very unfortunate rites of passage that I had to do this week. One of which was I had to get a colonoscopy for a colon cancer screening, and the other was I had to renew my driver's license. And that is something that I have not done for many years. And oh my gosh, the process now to get your driver's license renewed is probably the most onerous thing that I have ever experienced. So, first of all, I did the Aloha Q thing, which is supposed to be very convenient, but it turns out that it makes you have to schedule months in advance this appointment. And they tell you, well, you can go and camp this thing at like 3:30 p.m. Every Wednesday between the hours of 3:30 and 4:30. And, maybe you can find an available appointment. But it's like, being in a lottery, basically. It's very hard to do. And of course, in my particular case, I was like having to push this right to the wire. Otherwise, I'd lose my my license. And so, me being over prepared for bureaucracy, knowing that I had like one shot to get this right, I took vacation leave from my work, and I basically, compiled this stack of documentation, which was like so many documents that, it was almost like preparing a college application. It was so crazy. And I'm not being rude here. I'm literally telling you how frustrating this is. And I did that because I know that, there's people who will go to this DMV and basically be shocked that they didn't have the right documents and need to come back. So I wanted to prepare against that. And I figured, okay, I'll go to the flagship location because supposedly like this is the best one. So I went to the Kapalama one because it's close to where I work. I had an appointment at 12:36 and I did not get seen until 1:12. But during that time, I am not making this up, I observed people in that driver's license location just absolutely yelling and having panic attacks and just going crazy. There was one woman who said was arguing with the clerk and they had the security camping out over her saying like, I've come here 5 times and every time I come here, you say that I'm missing a document. I don't understand this. I'm about to lose my license. It's about to expire. And this was not an outlier. It was like every single person in there was faced with these high stakes situation where they could not afford to come back. It was hard to get an appointment. They had to be there. They had to get everything perfect and they had to walk out with a license or else they were losing that. And I sat there and as somebody who is systems oriented, I thought to myself, you know what? Mayor Blangiardi needs to sit in one of these driver's licensing centers and see how the citizens are actually being treated. And I mean, like, it was literally crazy. I kid you not. I mean, like, you guys can check the surveillance cameras from today. There was literally a woman in there that was like having a panic attack and was starting to hyperventilate. They almost called the EMS for her because they were saying like, I'm sorry, you don't have the right document. You know, my father was a colonel who was in charge of like, you know, billion-dollar programs. And when he was faced with like situations like this, he understood, like other great leaders, that there are times that you can just simply wave something and move things along. And I don't understand why, when I'm sitting in this brand new facility with supposedly professional staff hired by a great mayor and a great city, that nobody had the sense to just move things along, wave things, and just say, okay, you know, most of your documents are correct. Most of the things that you have are perfect. We'll just go ahead and waive it. It was the most unprofessional thing I've ever seen in my life. And Chair, I'm sorry for filibustering here, but I'll come quickly to the point. Please do something about this because this is absolutely ridiculous. You know, 7 years ago when I got my driver's license at the downtown satellite city hall, I just walked in and left in like, you know, 15 minutes or less. And what has happened after the pandemic? This is absolutely crazy. It is so unprofessional. I renewed my US passport this year and it was easier to get my US passport than it was to get my driver's license. So I mentioned this thing about, you know, having to get the colonoscopy and having to get the driver's license renewal because both are a pain in the ass. So I'd like to ask you,
Thank you, board member.
please do something about this. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for the feedback. I can bring that back and share. You know, I know that we can't just simply wave you through if the documents are lacking. I mean, this is very important. You know, it's in a state license, but I will bring your feedback back to, you know, the city and we'll talk about it.
Thank you, board member. I just wanted to share my experience, which was totally opposite. And I'm sorry that happened to you. I was in and out of there in less than 15, 20 minutes. But I've been having issues with my ID because according to TSA, the way it's printed or whoever it's manufactured, it's too much reflection. So I don't know if I have to go back. If I go back and I experience your experience, we'll definitely go to the mayor. So sorry, did you wanted to say something? Go ahead.
I would like to echo, I recently got my renewal done and it was expeditious, less than 15 minutes. And in the city and county's defense, the darn federal requirements for the star on the license is requiring that. So I think we're hands are tied because of the feds, because of the paperwork needed.
Correct. Sorry. Go ahead, board member. Shiro?
follow-up question on the Skyline and the UH bus. We already knew that it was taking an hour at the last meeting, so the question really was, can the city do something to shorten the wait time? Because the idea with Skyline and integrating the buses with Skyline is to make it easier for people to get around, and especially the UH students, because if it takes an hour for them to get to UH after they get off Skyline and wait for the bus for 1 hour, it probably takes just as long if they were to drive. So there is no incentive to really to get off the road and get Skyline, because it's going to take maybe longer for them to get to school. So we're seeing you just need to, I don't see why they can't speed that up to encourage more ridership from UH, because that's really what happens when you have fewer students on the roads. It really helps with the traffic. So it seems like that's something they could take a look at in trying to see if they can shorten that wait time for that particular route.
You mean transferring from the rail to the bus?
Yeah, they get off the rail and they have to wait 1 hour to catch the bus to get up to UH. So it may be an express bus, but getting off the rail and waiting 1 hour, it's no incentive for them to catch the train.
Thank you, board member. Any other questions or comments for the mayor's rep from our board members? Hearing none. Ma'am, did you have a question or comment to the mayor's rep? But you actually have to go to the podium. Yeah, sorry. We need to let everyone know your question or your comment. You can introduce yourself as well. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Liang Smith. I live in Waipahu area, so I'm just a resident. But I wanted to ask about the driver's license process. Being that a person already has a driver's license, your information's already in the data, unless they're updating to the real ID that was required by the federal government. I don't understand why the process takes so long, how he was experiencing. So that's just my questions.
Thank you. It's a great concern, and I believe Board Member DeGracia did share, and hopefully we can let the mayor know. Thank you, Dan. Yeah. Any other questions or comments from our audience to the mayor's rep? Hearing none. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody.
Next, we have Councilmember Matt Wire, a representative from Councilmember Matt Wire's office. I do see Kelly on the web. Kelly, go ahead.
Aloha, Chair, members of the board. Kelly and I are from Councilmember Matt Wire's office. Just had a couple things I wanted to highlight from Councilmember. He recently had the honor and privilege of joining the tree planting dedication at the Hans Larange Park in honor of Connie Harolaga. He would like to thank her family for sharing her with the community, as well as to Councilmember Talba for helping to make this memorial a reality. Also would like to highlight Waikele Elementary School. They made history as the first elementary school in the nation to achieve the 2025 National Career Academy Coalition Model Academies with Distinction. This achievement is the highest level of recognition. The Waikele's Academy Pathways program is the first of its kind in Hawaii that integrates career and technical education into elementary curriculum. Councilmember would also like to thank the staff and faculty for their leadership in education. Councilmember was also proud to co-MC this year's Taste of Waipahu with Representative Corey Chun. He would like to give a special mahalo to the vendors as well as to the talented student performers from Waipahu Intermediate Band, Chorus, and the Polynesian Club. And lastly, the community mural, I'm sure most of you have seen that. He would like to thank the students from Mililani, Waipahu, and Pearl City High School for the new mural that's along Kamehameha Highway in Waipio. The students worked alongside with local artists to bring the mural through life through a partnership from the State Department of Transportation and the State Department of Education. A couple updates from, I believe, last meeting. So board member DeGracia, actually 2 meetings ago, I think it was, board member DeGracia had asked about clearing the Kunia park and ride. I'm not sure if you've seen it, but yeah, they did clean it, or rather maintain it. Also regarding the uh, flavored vape enforcement, just wanted to let you know that the city council, as part of the HSAC package, has included all of that to the state legislator. This is Reso 25-308. And that was adopted unanimously at the November full council. And if anyone has any questions for council member, I can go ahead and take that back to him.
Thank you, Kelly. Do I have any questions from our board to Councilmember Matt Wire's office? Any questions, board members? And do you have any questions for Councilmember Matt Wire's office? Hearing none. Thank you so much, Kelly.
Thank you for having me.
Right. Do we have a representative from Councilmember Val Okimoto's office?
Aloha,
Or-
everyone. Hi, everyone. Happy Aloha Thursday. I just wanted to let you guys know that I wanted to thank my office manager, Jocelyn, for dropping off the newsletters at the meeting today. Rep apologizes that she couldn't attend the meeting tonight, but I do have some updates from legislative and also some activities that are going on for November, and also any kind of updates. So we had our full council recap on November 5th, 2025, and the council passed the following resolution and bills. Resolution 25-305, strongly requesting that the Director of Planning and Permitting declaring the previous approved conditional use permit minor for Kamana Nui agribusiness activities null and void, or alternatively denying modifications to the conditional permit use permit minor requested by Kaukona Hua Ranch LLC proposed for the North Shore Gondola project. Bill 62, 2025, CD1, related to the amendments to the bed and breakfast, home and transient vacation unit standards and requirements, which were inadvertently omitted under Ordinance 25-2, including missing maps. And Bill 5, 2025, CD2, addressing farm animal control and adding a new article to Chapter 12 of the revised ordinances of Honolulu 2021 to address the duties and functions of a farm animal control contractor. We do have this month, of course, November is the month of giving and volunteering for locations for Meals on Wheels and different various locations for Thanksgiving. We did put in our newsletter, Salvation Army Hawaiian and Pacific Islands Division. They're going to be serving Thanksgiving dinner to thousands of people at the Neil S. Blaisdell Center. They need help with setup and serving and cleanup. I did put all these websites in the chat, and I will also be sending our updates in to Zoidel to the NCO so we can put it on your guys' Google Drive. But there is also the Hawaii Food Bank, who needs help with packing and distributing food to families across the island. Also, Aloha Harvest rescue extra food from restaurants and stores and then deliver it to people that is in need. Giving Hope Hawaii, assisting with food and turkey distributions for families, and kupuna on different various areas on Oahu. And then Kanu Hawaii Thanksgiving Meal Delivery delivers meals to kupuna and individuals with disabilities across Oahu. There are short volunteer shifts that will make it easy to help. And that's my report for tonight for Councilmember Okimoto. If there's any questions or comments that I can bring back to the office, I'm here to listen. Mahalo.
Thank you. Board members, do I have any questions or comments for Councilmember Val Okimoto's office? Board members, any questions, comments? Audience, do you have any questions or comments for Councilmember Valkimoto's office? Hearing, thank you, Paul. We did receive the report, so thank you.
Awesome. Mahalo. Have a great holiday, everyone, and please stay safe. I know we're gonna have our recess next month, so I hope everybody stays safe. And I'll be online if there's any questions throughout the meeting. Mahalo.
Perfect, thank you. Let's see, Councilmember Augie. All right.
Aloha Chair, board members, Aaron Michael Ho here for the record from the Office of Councilmember Augie Toba. You should have a copy before you of our written, the Councilmember's written report, and other extra copies as always on the back table for your convenience. In the interest of time, I will stand on that report, but if I did want to provide a little bit of an update on the roundabout on at Hiapo. So our office was recently asked to follow up on this project and to quote unquote not allow it to be forgotten. And while we were assured that being forgotten is not something that would happen, we did ask the administration for the update. And per the DTS engineers at the City Department of Transportation Services, the plans for the permanent roundabout have entered pre-final/final design phase, and they expect the project to be completed in 2030. I know, I'm getting there. Since the project has already been multiple years, we asked for further clarification. And we were told that the timelines of this length are not uncommon, quote unquote, not uncommon for roundabouts of this type using federal funds. Apparently, roundabouts are more commonly funded with municipal and state funding, and they have significantly shorter timelines. But I'm told that with federal funds, you're required to complete the National Environmental Policy Act sections 106 and 7, and they gave me some other numbers, but I don't remember what they were. These environmental approvals take longer than local funded projects, and on average, it takes about 2 years for that process to complete. So apparently now we are in the final design phase or the pre-final design phase, and there's about 1 more year to finalize those plans and specs based on NEPA. And once final plans and specs are approved, then the project can go out to bid. So the plans have to, or the process has to go through and get approved before they can do anything. So conservatively, they're saying 2028 for the completion of that process. Start of construction is anticipated early 2029 with completion mid to late 2030. As a side note, this is apparently why most people don't like using federal funds for these projects. It just takes really long. And just as a side note, this particular project is 80% federally funded and 20% locally funded. So that's kind of why they're doing it. And that's literally all I know about this project. You can ask me questions if you want to, but I'm not going to know anything else. I could take that questions back for you, but that's literally all I know. And hopefully, before my council member leaves office, like we'll see it go out to bid. And with that, happy holidays, and I'll take questions.
Thank you, Aaron. Board members, do you have any questions for Councilmember Augie Tobo's office? Go ahead, board member.
Just to follow up on what you're talking about, the roundabout, what's the status on the roundabout over here on Hiapo, street right here? Because I know.
That's the one.
Oh, Batak Mohoy. Oh, sorry. Okay. No problem. Thank you.
Thank you. Board members, any further questions or comments for Councilmember Augie Tobo's office? Members of the audience, do you have any questions or comments for Councilmember Augie Tobo's office? Hearing none. Thank you, Aaron. Appreciate it. Let's see. Do we have someone from Governor Green's office? Usually Shivani. Not here. I see Senator. Okay, no one on WebEx too. Oh, Shaylin. Shaylin, did you have a question? Go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to see if there was an update from Councilmember Okimoto regarding the neighborhood slide.
Let's see. Pua, do you have any updates? This was a concern brought by a constituent last month.
Aloha,
There
you
we go.
guys. Yeah. Sorry, my video is a little bit it's not working at the moment. I was trying to change the background, but yes, we did get an update. So the parts of the slide is in. We're waiting for the contract for the contractor to actually get bidded out to get approved. We're trying to approve the actual contractor to actually install it. So the parts actually did come in, and it came in earlier this week. So it's really it just came in just now. So they're just approving the person, the installer or the contractor that's going to install the slide. So we're hoping that it will it'll be done by the end of this year, if not sooner. They just have to make sure that they get the official word of who the contractor developer is going to be in order to install it to so yeah, that's the most update that we did receive.
Thank you so much.
Sure. And I'll keep everybody posted regarding that, because I know it's something that's a safety hazard, so we want to make sure that it's done shortly. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mhm.
All right. Hope that answers your question, Shaylin. Let's see. Moving on in our agenda, I do see Senator Aquino in attendance. Senator.
Chair, members of the board, when I walked in, the, some of you looked at me like, well, what are you doing here? Um, so I'm actually here. I just want to take the opportunity to address you, Chair, and members of the board, members of the public. You know, as mentioned, some of you may have already know. Several months ago, I did make an announcement to step away from elected politics. It was a personal and a professional decision that would benefit my family, as well as provide me the opportunity to continue to serve the community, just in a different capacity. So I just wanted to, you know, just share that. In addition, the appointment process after I vacate the seat on the 30th of this month, the governor does have 60 days to appoint someone to replace me. Currently, the list of appointees, possible appointees, have already been given to the governor. I think they're just waiting for me to vacate office. Yeah. So, having said that, I just want to take the opportunity to truly thank you, Chair, and the members of the board, past and present, who have we've had the opportunity to work very closely together for the benefit of the Waipahu community. I mean, I remember there's been times when we fought some battles together, side by side, specifically, you know, restoring certain left turns on Farrington Highway during the rail construction, which some of these turns were supposed to be permanently closed. Through the support of the board and the support of the community, we were able to restore a good number of those turns. Really proud of that. But you know, truly, my 17 years in elected office wouldn't be possible without some of my predecessors and those who have served on the neighborhood board. Specifically, I want to name former chairs Sanya Tan and the late Connie Hiralaga, as well as the late CEO Andy Anderson, as well as former chair here, Richard Oshiro, you know, who have guided this board to do some pretty amazing things over the course of time. As well as you, Chair, you actually worked in my office my very first session. Hopefully it wasn't that traumatic. He didn't come back, folks. But thank you, Chair, for your service, as well as board member Andrade, who has been with me from the very beginning. I knew at some point she was a little tired of me, but you know, she stuck it through, and really, even though my attendance here wasn't as stellar as some of my colleagues and others, you know, truly it was the relationships that we had on the board that allowed me to continue to do the good work, and you know, you folks being the eyes and ears for myself as well as my colleagues. So I wanted to thank the board, and I also wanted to thank my you know, my area colleagues, past and present. Some of them are here, and just wanted to thank them for just you know,
the ability to collaborate and work together. So this is both the state and city. So thank you very much on behalf of myself and my office. And again, just wanted to thank you all, mainly for the community of Waipahu, for allowing me to serve them for the last 17 years. So it's a little bittersweet, but you'll still see me around. You probably can't get rid of me, but I will continue to serve in just different capacities. So having said that, Chair, thank you very much. Members of the board, thank you very much. And I'd like to entertain any questions you may have.
All right. Thank you, Senator. It has been an honor. I was there, like you said, when you first was elected into office, and it was traumatizing. That's why I did not. I'm just kidding. It was an experience, a lot of learning. I saw behind the scenes of how much at that time Representative Aquino had done for our community, our schools, our kids that attend the schools. So I know your collaboration and advocacy has made a very big impact here in Waipahu. So thank you, and I look forward to the next adventure. Personally, I want to say thank you for bringing me along your journey, and I'm very proud to say that I was there, but also I'm very proud to call you my friend, Henry. Thank you. Board members, any comments or questions for the outgoing senator? Go ahead, board member.
I too have been there with you from the beginning. I'm still in the office. And yes, we had some rough times, but the amount of your work that you and your colleagues have done for Waipahu will always be remembered. And you have good people that will continue to do it. You will be doing it on a different angle. So yeah, we won't be not missing you because you'll still be around. But thank you for 17 years.
Correct. Board member DeGracia.
Senator, just wanted to salute you for your great service. I'm humbled by the service that you've provided to our community. I remember first meeting you in 2007 when I was a committee clerk at the legislature at the time. And I've always admired you and your staff. And the one thing that I think is probably your greatest legacy is you've always been very tenacious, and you're the type of person who doesn't quit. And I think that that is something that is very lacking in our legislature and in government in general. And I just really admire the fact that you're the type of person who is great at both follow up and follow through. And I salute you, Senator, and thank you for your service.
All right, thank you. Any further comments or for our outgoing Senator Aquino? Members of the audience, do you have any comments? Last questions before November 30th. Hearing none, it's been an honor, Senator. And again, thank you. All right, do we have someone from Senator Kidani's office on WebEx here in the audience? I believe report should be in the drive, board members. Next, we have Representative Chun.
Good evening, Chair, Vice Chair, board members, Corey Chan of State House District 35. Geez, I have to follow that up. Well, I don't have any announcements. I was rushing over here. Sorry, there's actually still bad traffic on the freeway. But I did want to follow up from last meeting because I know I told you I would get to that question about the wall painting and bus stops. So what sort of happened was DOT reached out to DTS, and our board meeting was on Friday. On Thursday. That was on Friday. Of course, one day wasn't enough for DTS to get back to us. So when I went to the site that morning at around 6 a.m., I talked to HPD who was there, and they did cone off a section for the buses. a special lane. So there was access. The buses still had the same stops on Kamehameha Highway, and people were getting off and getting on. They just had to move out towards the middle where they coned it off. But by that time, it's already happening. So I figured, even reporting it at that time, it would be too late anyway. But just so you know that they did take that into account, and there was bus access, and they did have their regular routes. It did cause traffic, and I do apologize for that. But the students were very happy, and some positive, some not so positive on the traffic. But I just thank everyone for their patience, because really it was just for the students to take ownership of something, and really this painting with them was just spending that time was really awesome. And the principals have all committed that should that wall be tagged, that the students are ready and have the paint to go take care of it right away. So just want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. It's coming up to the season, and I don't think we're going to see each other until for the next year. But with that, I'll thank you for your service, and thank you, Senator Aquino. I worked with him a lot in my previous role as a community advocate and a member of the board. And so, yeah, since he's here at this last meeting, I would like to also extend my thank you and aloha to him for all he's done for Waipahu. With that, I'll take any questions. Thank you.
Thank you. Do you have any questions for Representative Chun, board members? Go ahead, Board Member Jade.
Is there a special paint they use for that wall? Do you know?
I don't believe it was special. It was so.
The reason why I asked, because when they first painted that wall, apparently it was supposed to be graffiti, proof. That's what they said even on TV. So I was just wondering because it's shiny. It's really shiny.
It could be. The cans that I saw looked like normal
Regular cans. I was just wondering.
Yeah, I think, board member, the paint that they used previously is a paint that when another paint goes on, it's easily cleaned off. Yeah, but it's not 100% correct. Yeah. Any further questions, comments for Representative Chun? Go ahead, Board Member Plong.
Lord, I just did a citizens walk with some people in Waikele, and everybody was raving about your work with getting some fundings to eradicate the birds. So thank you. A lot of good feedback coming there. So
Referring to the parrots, is that the one?
The parakeets.
Yeah. Thank you, board member.
It's an ongoing struggle. But in my new role as chair of agriculture and food systems, I have a direct line to the Department of Agriculture and Biosecurity. So they've been very helpful in trying to figure out a way that we can actually address the issue. Because when I first took over, someone in the invasive species community told me it's a lost cause, and that didn't sit well with me, because if we're serious about biosecurity and invasive species, we can't just say it's too late and it's a lost cause. So I'm taking it from that approach that we have to start somewhere. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you. Any further questions or comments? Members of the audience, any questions, comments for Representative Chun? Hearing none, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you in January. Happy holidays. I see Representative Lamasau.
Happy Thanksgiving and happy holidays in advance. I have my newsletter for this month, and I just wanted to highlight, a few things on there. A lot of us had participated in the Taste of Waipahu, and I was fortunate enough to participate in the event as well, and then also be on the morning news. I was there at 5:30 in the morning, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, trying to, promote the event. So I do have that to share. And then also, and it was a really great turnout. Like around like 7 p.m., I think a little over like 10,000 people, I would say, was there, all in the same space. And so that was such an exciting sight to see. And we have been continuing our Water and Land Committee site visits. As a vice chair for the Committee on Water and Land, it's really important for us to understand the work that they do. So we went to Maui to see some of the wildfire prevention and also their base yard, and looking at some of the equipment and all the native plants that they're growing there, and they're also their seed bank. I also wanted to highlight, most importantly, the changes for SNAP that are upcoming. So if you or anyone that's close to you are participating in this program, please let them know of the upcoming changes. I am sending out a mailer in regards to this topic because there is a new work training volunteer requirement. And you folks can take a look at this. I also have some postcards here on the table that you can share with family and or friends about the changes. So people who are able to work without dependents between the ages of 55 and 64, and their other requirements, must complete 80 hours per month to keep their SNAP benefits. And then there is a phone number that they can call if they do need help looking for employment or training programs. So on Oahu, it's through the Goodwill Hawaii Industries, and that's 808-792-8564. I also wanted to mahalo Senator Aquino for all his work for our Waipahu community. Being a marauder, it's really great to see a marauder in office, and it really shows that there are opportunities for Waipahu and for the students that are at Waipahu High School. And it's great to see that we can hold spaces and careers in leadership. And so his leadership has really paved the way for leaders, for future marauders, to really make sure that they have a voice in our state. So mahalo, Senator, and happy holidays. I can answer any questions if you have any.
Thank you, Representative Lamasao. Do I have any questions, board members, to Representative Lamasao? Board members, go ahead, board member.
Hello.
Hi.
On your mailer,
Yes.
do you think you'd be able to expand on the able-bodied adults without dependents? 'Cause that seems a little subjective. I know it's not the
Yes.
state, it's the feds that's doing it. But what one person may say is able-bodied may not medically be able-bodied. So I
Right.
think if we can give the community the more information, the better for them. that
So
they
I
get-
did get questions regarding that, especially with those that have like some medical issues, especially if they're undergoing treatment for cancer, for example. I did ask the director for DHS, just as long as they have documentation from their doctors or any professional saying that they're unable to work due to whatever ailments they have, just as long as it's documented. They said that they could potentially use it, but it's really hard to tell at this point in time. But I would just say to keep any documents from your doctors and or any from any professional that is saying that you have whatever medical condition that is making you unable to work. Hope
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any further questions or comments for Representative Lamasao? Board members? Members of our audience? Any questions or comments for Representative Lamasao? Hearing none, thank you so much, Representative, and happy holidays as well. I do see Representative La Chica on our WebEx. Go ahead, Representative.
Aloha and good evening, everybody. My name is Trish La Chica For those that I haven't had the opportunity to meet yet, I represent District 37. So the communities of Mililani Town, portions of Mililani Mauka, Koa Ridge, and Waipio Gentry up to Waipio Uka, where Jack in the Box is. So aloha everyone, happy holidays to all of you. I believe you have a copy of my report. Should be in the Google Drive. Just wanted to highlight that we've been on a lot of site visits. I'm on the higher education committees and serve as the vice chair of the education committee. So we've been visiting with both community colleges across Oahu, and then schools here and also the neighbor islands. Personally, I always make it a priority to visit with my area school. So I'm finishing up with the Mililani complex area, and then I'm going to be going to the Pearl City complex area beginning January. And then another thing I wanted to just highlight was last month in October marked the inaugural Philly Rooted Festival. I believe Tosa, my office manager, had shared about that in the past, but it was an opportunity to just celebrate Filipino American History Month. So I'm Filipino American, and I just wanted to celebrate Filipino pride. So we've been wanting to do this along with multiple other folks. So we ended the month with an amazing finale at Capitol Modern, so the Hawaii State Art Museum at by the state capitol. We had Ruby Ibarra, who's this award-winning Filipina artist and spoken word and artist and rapper along with her band perform, and we had over 1,000 folks come, and it was just an amazing celebration along with other artists and marketplace vendors. So thanks to all who were able to help celebrate with us. And for those who want to attend, we have a community talk story, end of year talk story. I'm still finalizing the speakers, but we'll cover everything from the state budget, public safety, updates on different infrastructure projects like the Mililani Teacher Housing Project. It'll be at Kanoilani Elementary School, so in Waipio Gentry. That's on December 15th. December 15th at 5 p.m. It's open to the public. And I believe that's it. Just wanted to say mahalo again, sharing sentiment with the rest of my colleagues to Senator Henry Aquino for all that he's done. He too has been an amazing champion for our Filipino American community. He's at all the events and he supported our community throughout the almost 2 decades that he's been in office. So thank you so much. And that concludes the end of my report.
Thank you, Representative LaChica. Board members, do you have any questions or comments for Representative LaChica? Board members, any questions, comments? How about members of our audience? Do you have any questions or comments for Representative LaChica? Thank you, Representative. Good to see you on the WebEx. Happy holidays. Okay. Do you have anyone from Representative Perrick's office here in the audience? How about on web? Anyone from representing District 39, Representative Perrick's office online? Hearing none. Thank you. Let's see. I don't see Mr. Garcia. But anyone from U.S. Representative Ed Case's office? None? Okay, how about from U.S. Representative Jill Tokuda's office? Web? None? Okay. Reports, Board of Water Supply, Nikki Rodell. Not here. Okay. Board members, any reports from attendance at other meetings? Board members, do have a quick request. This was in regards to the Waipahu Walkways project presentation that we had at our last board meeting. Members, please check your email. They have following dates. I believe there was some requests of doing a walk audit on the route. So if you wanted to attend, please check your email. They had emailed the board. Announcements. Next meeting is going to be scheduled for Thursday, January 22nd, 2026, here at the Filipino Community Center. For the month of December, board and audience and members who are, or citizens who's watching, we recess in the month of December. So our next regular meeting will be in January. Please tune into the rebroadcast of this meeting, which is scheduled on Olelo Channel 49 every second Saturday at 9 p.m. and then every fourth Sunday at 9 a.m. Hearing no further items on our agenda, as well as I would like to wish everyone a happy holiday. Stay safe and enjoy. See you next year. Meeting adjourned.